Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Pam Marie, but you can just call me Pammy. Today I'm coming at you with a first impressions demo and review of the new Pat McGrath's Mega Mothership palette, the Celestial Odyssey palette. The palette looks like this. Pretty sure you've seen it around, but if you haven't, we'll go ahead and dive into it in just a moment. This palette is a part of her 2021 holiday collection, and it retails for $78. I believe today is the last day to receive 10% off from anything from the collection. But here's what it looks like on the inside. So it does come with 18 shades, all different formulas. And I feel like it's a pretty well-rounded palette. You get some nice bright colors, you get your mattes and transitional shades in there, some everyday shades, so you can kind of really do as little or as much as you want with a palette like this. It does come with a full-size mirror. It comes with the black lacquer backing like the original Mothership palettes, but this one is encased in a cardboard. So I'll go ahead and first start off with some swatches of all the shades, and then we'll go ahead and dive into some looks. All right, you guys, so I'm going to start off with the top row, and that will be this row right here. I already pre-swatched so that way I can be able to read the names off to you. All right, so from top to bottom, we have Saturn Sunset, Rose Venus, Gold Galaxy, Noir Moon, Bronze Nova, and Nocturne. All right, you guys, so next I'm going to be showing off the second row, and I already have it pre-swatched, and I'll read the names off. We have Galactic Glow from top to bottom, Sun Rose Amber, Lotus Lux, Lunar Haze, Electrique, Heavenly Body, and then the last row, which looks like this in pan, and then swatched on my arm from top to bottom, we have Bronze Eclipse, Solar Flare, Nirvana, Corrupt Copper, Palladium, and Citrine Envy. All right, you guys, so we're going to go ahead and dive right into this look. If you're returning, then you should already know the vibes. But for my newbies, I have already done my brows off camera. I have primed and set my lids. I prime my lids with the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in Sucre d'Orge. I set that down with my Sephora Translucent Setting Powder. I sprayed a little bit of the Milk Hydro Grip setting spray on my face, and then I put on some of the Lawless Set the Stage Hydrating Primer Serum to prep my face for the foundation. And then I also prime my lips with the Fresh Beauty Sugar Lip Wonder Drops, and then top that off with some of the Laneige Treatment Lip Balm. So diving right into the eyes, I still have no idea what I'm going to do, but let's just get to playing. All right, so I'm going to take some of this color here, which would be Sun Rose Amber, which is going to be this brown color right here in my transition. And these seem really pigmented, so I am really using a light hand to just fluff this through my crease. And if I'm looking down, you guys, and not into the camera, I'm just looking into my mirror so I can see what I'm doing. So I hope I'm finding everybody well and, you know, feeling okay. I have been having a bit of I wouldn't say a struggle week. I've just been trying to get prepared. Tomorrow is going to be my first day starting full-time in my new position, so I've been dealing with a little bit of anxiety from that. Not that I don't feel I can do it, but just, you know, a new environment and just something new. So it's just unknown to me, and it's a little bit scary. So I've been dealing with that, along with all the sad news that's been going around. Just trying to stay positive and keep pushing. so that way I don't fall off track. And I didn't want any of that stuff to like hinder me, you know, doing what I actually love doing, you know, outside of, you know, real life responsibilities, which is coming on here and putting looks up for you guys. And playing in makeup is really therapeutic for me. And I don't know if you guys caught my other video yet. If you have not, I'll link that down in the description box. But I've also been having a little bit of a flare-up. So I was having some brain fog. So if I sound weird and I seem all over the place or not able to communicate effectively like how you guys are used to, that was the reason why. So I just wanted to be transparent about that. So that looks pretty good. The next shade that I want to dive into, I'm going to take a little bit of a smaller blending brush. I'm going to tap into Nocturne. And actually I'm going to take one of these, like a pencil brush, just to kind of really get that into the crease with a light hand, because these shades seem super pigmented. I'm gonna go back into the original brush I was using and just, no additional product, but just try and, there we go, smooth that out a bit. So now that I have it placed in my crease the way I want it and blended the way I want it, I'm going to take a flatter blending brush. Still fluffy, but just a little bit smaller than the original brush I used. The original brush I used, where did it go? Is the Rephr 27. Oops. Okay. The original brush was the Rephr 27. I will show you what that looks like in a moment. Tapping off the excess and just patting that color into the outer V area, and then I'll start wiggling it around in small circular motions just to meet up with what we did in the crease. So I wipe this brush off. Now I'm going back into the Rephr 27, just wiping it off. And this is what that looks like. No additional product, but again, just making sure the edges are blended. Actually, I am gonna take a little bit more of that because I want it to be seen, and I feel like that Nocturne color kind of took over. There we go. All right, so back into my Rephr 26, which is this bigger size pencil brush. I'm gonna go back into Nocturne and work in the crease on the other side. I'm just dusting, like wiping it off a little bit. And getting it right on the tip of the brush, dusting off the excess, and then making sure that I'm holding my brush at the tip, so as I'm not applying too much pressure, and all the product is not gonna be just dispersed into one area. Ooh. So I'm gonna go back into the Rephr 27 and try and diffuse some of the color, which again, Pat McGrath's shadows are so buttery that they're easy to blend. So even if you did go heavy, you can get the harsh lines out. And that's what I'm doing. And I didn't add any additional product as of yet to this. I'm really just focusing in that crease, trying to buff out the edge. And just windshield wiper. There we go. All right, so now I'm gonna go back into the smaller rougher brush that I was using. And that is the Rougher 01. And I'm grabbing the Nocturne color, dusting off the excess, and again, just packing it in the outer V, and then start bringing it towards the crease to meet the crease. In small circular motions to disperse. Back into the original. No extra product, just going on along the edges and making sure there's no harsh lines. All right, so I still don't know. Actually, I'm gonna go back into that. No additional product. I just see something that I need to fix. And I'm just gonna rock it right back and forth right here because I feel like it's coming in a little bit on this one. There we go. So I'm going in with that coppery color, and I'm going to put that on the edge here. And then I'm going to take, then I'm going to take that gold. So I'm just going to take that same brush, flip it on the other side, grab the gold, and then pop that in the inner corner. For like a full vibe. So I'm going back in with the Rougher 01, and I'm just going to wiggle between where those two shades meet, the copper color and the brown. And I'm actually going to dip back a little bit into Nocturne just to make sure. And I'm just literally just wiggling side to side just to kind of not get such a defined line. My Clean Skin Pineapple Glow Mist, and spritz my brush up just a tad. I want to wet the copper color. I mean the gold color. I don't know if that made a difference, but I don't want to. I was looking for my wand from Pat McGrath, but I guess it's not at around my station here. And I'm just kind of sweeping that gold across the copper color, like into the crease. And I'm gonna re-intensify the copper as well. I'm just cleaning off the brush because I don't want to have a damp brush go into my palette and create hard pan. Nobody got time for that. All right, so I'm just going to pat that copper color. Just okay, so I'm really liking the way that looks. I'm gonna go back into that gold shade, and again, I wanted to kind of like hover over over that copper so you can kind of see the contrast. I don't know where this burst of creativity just came from, but so I just put a little bit of the gold. I am spritzing with that glow mist, and I am focusing above. You see that? Okay. All right, so now I'm just gonna jump in and do the same thing on the other eye. So I just wiped that moisture from that brush going into that copper color, and I'm just gonna pat like I did so that way, well actually no, I'm just gonna place the color, get it where I want it, and then we can re-intensify if necessary. Now that I know what have to achieve, it's not gonna be so much of a hassle. And I'm kind of pushing the brush. This is one of those flat shader brushes. I'm pushing the brush into my crease, like right underneath that brown, to kind of blend it out without having to go into an actual blending brush. And now grabbing the gold color, and this time I'm just going to spritz my brush from the start and apply that in the inner corner. That makes a huge difference doing it from the beginning. And then like on the other eye, kind of making that gold kind of hover over that copper. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back into the copper. I don't need to re-intensify too much. There's nothing on the brush. I'm just focusing on kind of blending and neatening up. Okay, kind of looks like wings a little bit, like inverted wings. I don't know, that's the vibe I'm getting. So I'm going back into the copper and then kind of rocking between here and here. So now I'm going back into the Rephr 01 and no additional product. I'm just going to kind of go between where the brown and the copper meet on the outside, just to get rid of that harsh line of demarcation. Again, just side to side, wiggling in between the two colors. I'm gonna tap just a tad bit because I feel like it's a little deeper on the other eye. And this is the finished look. I'm gonna work on the bottom after I finish. I'm actually going to, so this one is gonna drive me insane because this other side looks so neat. This is gonna be what it's gonna be. I'm still learning too, you guys. So I will go ahead and complete the face off camera. I will let you guys know all the products that will be used to achieve my face, and then I will be back with my final thoughts. All right, you guys. So I am back, and this is the finished look. I'll give you a close up on the eyes. So that is that. Full face details. Foundation I used was the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk in 8.75. My Dior Forever Skin Correct Concealer in the shade 4W Olive. I cream contour with the Fenty Cream Bronzer underneath my foundation in the shade Teddy. And then on top, I topped it off with the Dior Backstage Powder No Powder in the shade 6N. I set my entire face with the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Airbrush Setting Powder in shade 3. Under the eyes, I use shade 2. I use the Pat McGrath Labs blush in the shade Desert Orchid. For my blush, my lippy is the Giorgio Armani Power Lip in the shade 602. And under the eyes, I smoked out with the color Nocturne. And then in the inner corner, I used the color Citrine Envy. So those are the face details. I will have them listed in the description box below. So I hope you guys enjoyed the look. As far as the palette, I absolutely am in love. Not shocked at all because as a recent fan of Pat McGrath, I have come to know and love her shadows very much, and the quality is unmatched. I think that the palette is a palette that can be used all year round. This is something that I feel is a great thing to pick up, especially if you don't have anything Pat McGrath, because you get such a good bang for your buck. 18 shades for $78, whereas her normal shades, I think you get a 10 pin for $125. That would be regular price. So if you can get this, you will have some great staple colors from her as well, because you have your 4 mattes in here, and those like different brown tones and rosy tones, and then you have a bunch of neutrals that you can use for everyday use, and then you have your punches of color with that green and that aquamarine. You have that great that noir moon, that beautiful stunning matte, not matte, black shade that you can use for a good smoky eye. You have orange and rose golds and golds, and just like I said, this is a great all-around palette, something that you can definitely get your money's worth and get some real good use out of, alone and in conjunction with any of her other palettes, or any other palette that you may have in your collection. So in my opinion, this is a steal. You need to have it. Like I said, I think today is the last day to use the 10% off Celestial 10 or something like that. But it's available through the holidays, so if you can snag it, it's also available at Sephora as well. So if you can snag it, go ahead and do so. I think you're not going to be disappointed with the purchase. So that is all I have for you today in today's video, you guys. Thank you once again for all of your support. If you're new and you're just happen to stop by my video, please consider joining the squad and click that notification bell and the subscribe bell to join the family and to be notified on any future uploads. Comment down in the comment section whether or not you're thinking of picking this up. Have you picked it up, or anything else from the Celestial Odyssey collection? I think I may want to go ahead and grab one of the quads and the highlighter. Still on the fence about that, but knowing me, it's just going to be added to my collection at some point in the near future. Yeah, so as I said in my last video, I am trying to reach my goal of 250 and then my end goal for 2021 of 500 subscribers. So any help that you guys can help to yield me to that goal will be greatly appreciated. Again, don't forget to go ahead and like this video and share it if you feel so inclined. I really appreciate everybody's support and I love you, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.